There is a strong indication that the Federal Reserve will soon take important actions. All of you back home, XRP Army, need to pay close attention to what I have to say because the Fed moving money around generally means a big rate cut is coming soon. This is especially true when it comes to lending money. I'll tell you all of that and a lot more, like how I think this will change the price of XRP. First, though, I want to talk about how crazy things are between Trump and the Fed. Trump keeps saying the same thing, making things worse for the Federal Reserve. He's not the only Republican who thinks this way. Now Trump says that Fed Chair Yaron Pauly should step down right away. He says that Congress should look into what the Fed chair is doing based on what the head of the FHFA says. He is handing these things to other people. It sounds like he is telling Jerome Powell that he needs to lower rates right away or he will be fired. There are several reasons for this. First, let me show you the rates that central banks around the world have set. One in Switzerland is 0.25, one in Japan is 0.5, one in Denmark is 1.75, one in the Eurozone is about 2%, and one in Sweden is 2.25. You can see that the US has one of the highest rates in the world, 4.5, if you scroll all the way down. A lot of people think the Federal Reserve is trying to hurt Trump publicly while he is president. Why do they think this? Because that's exactly what's going on here. Rates are going down because of this, and Trump keeps talking about it. You can see this because of this note right here. Jerome, you're once more late. The US has always had to pay a lot of money for you. A lot of people want the rate to drop. There isn't any inflation going on right now, but a lot of money is being lost, so they really don't have any other choice, right? Also, it looks like the Fed takes a long time to do anything. Rates will keep going up if they don't cut them this month. They know that, right? Another person who has talked a lot about this is Secretary Scott Bessent. In the next few weeks, he needs to find a new Fed chair to replace Jerome Powell. This needs to be done right away, within the next few weeks. This was said on June 30th, which is only 4 days ago. Right now, this is what Scott Bessent said. The summer is almost over, and it looks like Jerome Powell will be leaving in July. The Fed now has a new leader. Does that mean that rates are going down now? We're not sure. It's likely to happen, but we don't know if it will be this month or next. I think the Fed will soon lower rates because they are doing something else that makes me believe that. The Federal Reserve hasn't put $11 billion into the overnight repo market in 5 years. I believe the last time I did something like this was in 2020. What does this mean? This means there is less money out there, interest rates are too high, and markets are starting to show signs of being weak. The Federal Reserve gives the repo market, which is also called the seizure market, cash when they need it, right? You can see the sentence right here. The Federal Reserve puts money into the repo market to keep short-term interest rates fixed and make sure banks have enough cash. The repo market is a key part of the financial system that keeps things going smoothly. This is where banks and other financial companies use securities like treasury bonds as collateral to lend and borrow short-term money. Loan rates can go up when there isn't enough cash in circulation. This can throw the economy out of whack. This is where the Federal Reserve comes in. Through repurchase agreements, which are also known as repos, they give banks cash. The Federal Reserve buys stocks from banks with the promise to give them back later. They are lending money to banks, which is another way of saying printing money. It's now starting. It's been 5 years since something like this happened. $11 billion is a lot of money. Repo rates go down, there are more savings, and the federal funds rate, which is the Fed's main policy rate, stays in its goal range. For example, when there wasn't enough cash on hand, like in September 2019, the Fed poured billions of dollars into the markets to keep them calm when repo rates went up because so many people wanted cash. People want their cash back, and the Fed will have to give it to them. They must act quickly, as things will quickly get worse if they do not. From what we can see, it looks like they might have to give up soon. When it comes to the market for IDR, right? Also, I can't wait for the Fed to lower interest rates. It's been a long time. It would be great if loan rates were 1%. That stuff sounds really cool. What do I think will happen with XRP now that everything is over? It goes on for a long time. Okay, everyone knows that I talk a lot about M2 on this show. Let's look back about a year or 2 weeks. The markets for cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin began to change a great deal, right? Huge changes begin to take place. They'll go up a bit with Bitcoin since it's ahead of the market. Then they will go up even more with a lot more ups and downs as the money that whales who made money in Bitcoin and are now getting ready to make money in Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and other cryptocurrencies runs out. Is this about how I see it? Our rate goes down in July. In simple terms, this means that the price of XRP will probably start to change a lot in October. You know that when I say substantially, I mean new highs. Going up to or over $3 is what I mean. We'll have to wait until November if rates go down in August. Then we'll look at December if rates go down in September, right? That's why I think nobody really knows what will happen. That's what I want to make clear. There are some people in the Federal Reserve chair who are starting to say that rates should go down. Nobody doubts that Trump is putting stress on Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. We don't know if it will happen this month or not because Jerome Powell's words have been very vague. But this is how we get ready. So, let's say that July doesn't see the Fed lower rates. What do you think? Rates don't go down, not even in August, which I don't believe will happen. I think it will happen, but it might not in August. As of right now, this is the only place to buy XRP for less than $2 a coin. Are you going to use that chance well? Say yes or no. We went down to 190, as you can see. We dropped all the way to 161 over here. There were times like now when we were very close to $2. These buy signs mean I always buy, right? I'm taking advantage of this. We buy lows and sell highs. We buy lows and sell highs. We do it over and over. Guys, that's what my town is all about. Guardians of Crypto. I've made 400% on my trades in a few months because I know how to read the market and make money when it moves in these ways. To do this, I trade some things for a long time and others for a short time, giving myself 1 to 2 weeks to hold on to them. Because of this, I'm always doing really well, and you can too. Please join my Discord or Telegram channel. If you click on the links on my website shown below, you can sign up for all of that great stuff. If you sign up for Set Exchange and make a deposit, then follow my 3-step process and send me your email address and exchange user ID. Also, you'll get a special invite to one of my premium groups in the form of a link. You can follow me on Telegram and Discord. I hope to see all of you there. Feel free to tell me what you thought of the movie I made today. Check out Crypto Crusaders and click the like button while you're here. I'll see you soon. Thank you.